So it tells about what API is all about.
We're Apigee. We make the leading API platform for developers and enterprises. The key aspects of the platform are people and technology. Our goal for the people is to connect the API team with the application developer. In order to accomplish this, we provide two bundles of services: analytics and developer channel. The second goal is the technology. That's about connecting the apps with the API. And in order to do this, we provide gateway services and app services. The most important part of an API initiative is not the technology. It's actually the people. And the most important people are the application developers. Application developers come in many flavors. Sometimes they'll work for your strategic partners. Sometimes they'll be internal employees. And you might even open up your API to the world. So let's say that an application developer wants to do business with your company. His starting point is your developer portal. He's here to explore your API, and in about 90 seconds, he's going to make a judgment about the quality of your API program. In this case, he sees a beautifully designed API, which is made from your existing systems. So how did that happen? This is where your API team comes into play. Your API team has familiarity with all of your systems of record, which include software, databases, and feeds. The API team will use Apigee's gateway services in order to create this beautiful API. Gateway services safely expose your valuable data as APIs that developers will love. The application developer loves your core systems of record, but modern-day apps require features your existing systems of record just don't have. Comments, arbitrary data, Twitter, activity streams, social graphs, Facebook, push notifications, and location. Yet, the developer sees that your API delivers exactly what he needs. How did that happen? That's Apigee's app services. App services allow your developers to create innovative, engaging apps, providing you a comprehensive API, which is the combination of your systems of record plus Apigee's app services. Convinced you have a great API, the application developer requests a key, builds his app, and then monitors application and API behavior from his developer dashboard, all made possible by Apigee's developer channel services. Developer channel services create a fantastic developer experience and build a strong community. Meanwhile, with Apigee's analytics services, the API team has visibility down the entire value chain. Analytics services extracts valuable business insights from your API and your app ecosystem. When you put it all together, developer channel services, the API gateway, app services, and analytics, the Apigee API platform gives you everything you need to succeed in the app economy. Launch like a startup, scale like an enterprise. Thank you.
So I hope you came to know what Apigee is all about. It's a company that produces and sells API platform, which is used for integrating with any digital asset enhanced for your particular industry. That's where it is. Because in this modern world, where you need to be, where the industry is, the current world is pushing us to be on mobile, where API helps you to do that and digitally get transmitted as well. That is where, let me give you an example what it does. I hope you understood what has happened in the video, where there is a developer, there is an API person, and it's all developed through technologies, services, gateway, everything is involved. But in short, if I can tell, let's say before 10 years, if you need to access Facebook, you need to go and type www.facebook.com. Or if now you're just going into Facebook app, just click in and get in, post, share, anything. But what API does is it acts as an interface between any digital asset, where you can write a program to get integrate with Facebook on your own designed app. So it means you don't need any more URL or Facebook app to get logged in. You can create your own app, get login, post, share is what it's all about. So when you see this leading technology platform for digital business acceleration, on cloud and premises as well. API is an application program interface, is the intermediate between device app, as I told you, between Facebook or it can be Twitter, whatever it is. You need not log into that particular URL, and it integrates business planning as well. What are the pain points when you see that there are some like data security problem were there, and it also overcomes as well. Then the use case and the benefits, obviously there is the connectivity between SAP and non-SAP system. I was talking about the Facebook and all these stuffs, but it is not only the Facebook, it can be even to SCADA or whatever, which doesn't have a flow from non-SAP system to SAP system. It acts as an interface where it pulls or pushes data either way between SAP and non-SAP system. That's why I told it's here, if you see that the API unlocks the digital asset from various platform and system records. So what is the benefit on getting onto it? You have speed, you have reliable data, scale, which is the balance, and you have agility, which is the quickness for any business to compete in the modern world. And as I told you that it's not that you're going to connect it to the particular website, you can connect it to any kind of digital mechanism. That's where the benefit it says, like connect to any mechanism of the industry on the internet. IoT comes into place here. And it helps get connected to the world through a mobile app. It's not that you have to sit in front of the computer or you have to be on premise to do any kind of job. You can be on field. Let's take an example where there is a plant maintenance guy who is on the field and there is a problem with the equipment, go back, create an order, then get a material from the storage location, fix it up. It's not required this way. On the mobile, he can just create a PM order, go to the storage location, get automated workflow from there, gets the material and fix up the problem in real time. And again, these are all data getting integrated. With UI5, web application, OData, all these latest technologies are all used. So that is all about Apigee, and we will go to, if at all you have any questions, it's open.
Any questions in Apigee?
Yep.
Yeah, please.
Is it built inside a product, or are you talking about end users just calling APIs and then using it on their own?
No, we have to develop it first to get integrated initially, then end users make use of this product.
Are there some use cases where it's been used, like customers who have used this?
Not exactly, but we have just started doing a demo. In fact, for our demo job, we have used API technology, which we will be running out.
You have used Apigee? Apigee
not Apigee, API technologies.
The API we've already used elsewhere, right?
Elsewhere, of course, yes.
But this is a product given by a company?
By a company, which you can directly access, but custom made is also required.
Okay.
Yes. And BYD, can I have the video, please? We will have the video on by design.
Hello. That's Paul. Paul's got a girlfriend, Lara. He's really crazy about her. And it's Lara's birthday tomorrow. But Paul's forgotten all about it. Oh dear, he hasn't got her a present. Now what? If he doesn't give her anything on her birthday, she's going to be really upset. And Paul doesn't want that. What about flowers? That's a bit boring. How about a necklace? Or would she like it? Shoes, maybe. She's already got plenty of those. Paul really has no idea what to get her. Wait a minute. He's thought of something. Lara has wanted the new I Love Music player for ages. That would be the perfect gift. But Paul lives in the middle of nowhere and doesn't have a car. So what are you going to do then, Paul? Luckily, there's the internet. That might help. And you guessed it. He finds just what he's looking for in the internet. Paul orders the music player online and hopes that the overnight express service will deliver it on time. Else he's going to have a real...
Confused with BYOD and BYD. BYOD is you bring your own device. It's a separate thing. Don't confuse with this. This is on-demand software of highly effective and alternative to the on-premises model. You don't need to have an IT hardware sitting in your office and which is killing your time. You need a system admin, all blah, blah, to maintain your application. You no need there. By design, you have it's in a cloud platform. You can just plug and play. Like if you want to start up and you are doing a business or you are running a business, you can just get your application, whatever the software you want, and you can run the system. You no need to wait for the hardware to wait, or you don't want to have some human resource to maintain that particular hardwares, or you no need to worry about the server down, nothing else. Everything is on cloud. Okay? And see, it's for both front office and back office function. Develop extensive relationship with customers and vendors, optimized operation like projects and supply chain management, achieve full transparency with business analytics and compliance management. And again, it's the merits or the burden of managing IT hardware, performance information, and no integrated analytics and report functions. So because it's there, you just need to plug and play. You can't do much customization there. That's one thing by design.
Yeah, and this is the use case and benefits that you can manage the business process precisely in having integrated planning. Of course, there you have got the security as well, and optimized service and profitability, and integrated analytics help you to take the better decisions. And whenever and wherever you can access this application. In fact, that video what we have got is like would have got more info about it. It's like, you know, as Mahesh told that, and adding on to that, you can access any of your modules on cloud. That is one of the best, like features available with this product, in fact. And there is no, like burden of maintaining IT hardware with you. It's all there, available. And security is also on top. And you don't find any kind of hackers or attackers outside the system. Maybe I just request if the video has got loaded, you can play it again. You will have, like for analytics also, you will have some backup. Like you cannot expect the same BPC kind of functionality, but to the limited. These all kind of products is all for small-sized business, not for like large-scale oriented. In fact, CRM, SRM as well. It helps both the partner and the customer. Where actually that the demo which we were relaying there is like he goes and creates, he needs to buy an Apple iPod in a portal. Directly it's been linked to the SAP. Behind a sale order is being created automatically. It checks whether the product is available in the warehouse and the dispatch happens. Finally, next day it reaches to him and he delivers that to his girlfriend. That was the video is all about.
Simple, gentlemen. Wherever you are, you can do your business. Simple. By design, it allows you to, wherever you are in the digital life, you can, with an iPad or iPhone, whatever it may be, you can just log in and do your business from the creation of sales order and back end, everything you can do from anywhere.
So that's what...
It's almost a ready-made solutions available. You can just buy and plug and play. Simple.
That's it. Any questions you have? Then shall we move on to the next one? The Trend Micro. Maybe the video we would like to play first. Expand. Full screen.
The security industry is in a unique position. Not only is the amount of data we need to protect increasing, the amount that we need to analyze is staggering. If the volume of threat continues to increase at the same rate, we'll see 230 million new unique threats in 2015 alone. Your computer will need to be aware of 26,000 new threats every hour just to stay protected. To deal with this challenge, we developed the Smart Protection Network. We pioneered global cloud-based threat intelligence back in 2008. This innovation meant that we could block threats at their source and do away with the need to provide updates to every protected computer. The real-time, global, cloud-based infrastructure means we can protect all of our customers from new threats everywhere, instantly. We don't stop innovating, and we've continued to invest in threat research, our core technologies, products, and services to ensure that we stay one step ahead of the bad guys. How do we do it? Let me show you. To identify new threats, you must start by collecting data. In today's threat landscape, criminals are everywhere and launch attacks from every region of the globe. They use many techniques to hide themselves to ensure their activities remain undetected. Effective threat intelligence must have an extensive network, gathering the data needed to keep up with the ever-increasing volume. The Smart Protection Network collects data from many sources to build our correlated database. For example, email data from honeypots, from network taps, from threat research, or from smart feedback. Internet addresses from DNS registrations, automated tools, from spam analysis or malware analysis. And we check every one of the files that we find in those mails or on those sites for malicious behavior and add it to the database. These are just the foundations. And when you consider that any single data point can inform any other, the permutations are massive. Picture this. Email from IP addresses known to be sending spam are detected and blocked. Smart feedback means that web addresses from the spam are extracted, servers are accessed and catalogued, files are retrieved and analyzed, and if those files in turn contain web addresses or IP addresses, the cycle continues. And all the while, real-time updates are being added to email, web, and file reputation databases. As the threat continues to evolve, so must the protection. And that's why we've enhanced the Smart Protection Network with several new core technologies. An in-the-cloud whitelist of known good files, identifying potential false positives, and eliminating unnecessary analysis. Smart rules that allow us to shield zero-hour vulnerabilities as soon as they're known. Mobile app reputation, analyzing Android apps for maliciousness, privacy, and resource utilization. And network traffic rules that analyze network behavior and identify unwanted or malicious events. The Smart Protection Network takes into account every detail and runs it against every other. This is security on an unprecedented scale, with globally distributed threat researchers constantly investigating the tools and techniques of today's online criminal, 24 hours a day, every day of the year. We look in more places today than ever before, as criminals use exploit kits, command and control infrastructure, DNS changes, mobile apps, and many more tools and techniques to infect and steal data. Our global sensor net collects more than 1 billion new threat samples daily, including 7 million new files. We correlate and process more than 6 terabytes of data every day to ensure our customers remain protected from the threats arrayed against them. From that vast volume of data, every day we identify around 90,000 new malicious files. More than 100 million new good files are added to our in-the-cloud whitelist, and more than 1 billion IP addresses are investigated and classified. But identifying new threats faster only helps if you can protect your customers with the same speed. Our Smart Protection Network can protect you regardless of the platform you choose. We currently block more than 200 million new threats every day, including 50 million URLs and 80 million new files, and we handle almost 1.5 billion queries against our whitelist, ensuring we minimize false detections. When it comes to threat intelligence, of course, size matters. But what counts more is what you do with it. Unless you have the infrastructure, tools, and processes in place to deliver actionable threat intelligence out of all that data, then it's all for nothing. Of course, we're happy to be so big, but we're even happier to be the best.
So I hope you've seen the video, and it conveys all about what is its usages in this modern world. Because when you go digitally transmitted, you get, most of the applications are web accessible. At the same time, you can find a lot of hackers, because most of the data are related to finance, HR, and customer and supply chain data. As I told you, business systems in general increasingly being web accessible, attackers can more readily target and exploit vulnerabilities in operating system. To prevent that, Trend Micro Deep Security for SAP provides advanced server for security for physical, virtual, and cloud services. That is what the advantage of this. And about Trend Micro, SAP system contains next one. And that's what the functionality is like. It can protect SAP systems from breaches and business disputes without requiring emergency patching, helping to secure critical information from attack. So that is all the functionality about the Trend Micro. So obviously the use case is to improve the standards and protect against the service attacks. And you have the better control in place on information and data, set policies to upload and download data, scanning protections, again malicious script inside document and product systems. So these are all the advantages when you have these in place when you move on code as well.
Any questions?
I have a question on Apigee.
Yep.
See, what we have been used to something called PI in the past. உங்களுக்கு தெரியும்ல? So, of course, we know what PI is about. I'm sure Kanagraj will also know what PI is. With HANA, there is a cloud version of PI with a little more additional features that came up. It is called HCI, HANA Cloud Integrator and சொல்றாங்க. So that's a platform. HANA Cloud Integrator is a platform. Now you also have Apigee. I was just discussing what is the positioning of Apigee vis-a-vis HANA Cloud Integrator. See, both of them are basically cloud products, SaaS products. They almost do the same thing. HCI also does the same thing. Apigee also does the same thing. Apigee does it in two parts. One is called the Edge, which is basically the development platform, and the other one is called Insights, which basically is the reporting layer on top of it, the dashboard kind of arrangement. So I was just wondering, what is the positioning of these two? Where would you use HCI compared to where would you use Apigee?
When we are integrating between two applications by OData or any web services, so the application will be streamlined. Right?
With Apigee?
Yeah.
Okay. And with PI, HCI rather. With HANA Cloud Integrator, what I also understand is with HANA Cloud Integrator is basically an essential component to integrate an on-prem solution to a cloud solution. Yeah. For example, you have success factors. So success factors, if you are, see, I'm talking about a business use case. When you have a success factors running on the cloud, let us say you have performance management activated in success factors. Now, how do you connect that one to an on-prem HCM? Because they might have an on-prem HCM running, which could be SAP HCM or Oracle HCM, whatever. There could be an on-premise HCM suite that is running. Now, only for performance management, the company has decided to go in for a cloud version, which is SuccessFactors, which is very much possible because the positioning of SuccessFactors is like that only. You can connect to any on-prem HCM suite. So, in order to establish this connection between a cloud application and an on-prem application, you need this. SAP HANA gives you HCI. Basically, it is the HANA Cloud Integrator. Of course, in this case, it connects to an on-prem solution, which is possibly HCM suite of SAP, and SuccessFactors again SAP. So there is a possibility then the APIs could be very similar, the technical language could be very similar, the script could be very similar, the protocols could be similar. For syncing purposes, it's possible. Where Apigee comes in is if you want to develop something on top of that SuccessFactors. Suppose you want to do some other additional stuff on top of SuccessFactors by giving some benchmarking, some insights from social media platforms, for example, and you want to create some dashboards out of the SuccessFactors information and out of the on-prem HCM solution also. So that you can have open API standards, which Apigee gives you. That's more of the cloud integrator open standards that's always available outside of the HCI. So I was a little bit confused about the positioning, which is technically, it will also be the same thing. When you guys talk to customers, they will also ask you the same thing. When you're going to try and position Apigee, they'll ask you, what is the difference? Why can't I do the same thing? Why should I go for another product? Another product means another license, another extra money. So you have to be also clear, why are you positioning this to the customer? That's the reason I asked this question.